Yahoo! Whoever wins this map set, best of like 3 or so. First of 2 wins. Whoever wins this does not get demoted. What happens to the loser? The opposite of what happens to the winner. Spot. So let's not screw up. The ferryman card is guide. Sounds okay. What 4A gives us loot. But payload, we can also do grave robber stuff, I guess. And remodel stuff. Trashing is going to be a moneylender investment. I think I prefer moneylender. It looks like it's my start. Okay. So I better not screw it up. Something like, oh, I am recording, right? Yeah, okay, cool. Well, why do I feel like there should be music in the background? Never mind. Okay. I think moneylender might be better here. Having some guides doesn't sound so bad. It protects me from the legionary attack. Of course, I could be remodeling my estates. Sounds better. I could remodel my estates into ports. Ports aren't really doing that much, though. Oh, tide pool plus guide is a thing. Okay. We might want to get into tide pool plus guide stuff. Moneylender silver sounds like an okay opening here. Moneylender versus remodel in the opening is a question. Moneylender has 0 chance of missing. Well, has a much lower chance of missing though, so I'm going to go with that. Yeah, then a silver sounds okay. Okay. And by missing I mean like remodel could miss all of your states. But moneylender's chances are ain't gonna miss all of your frick. Speaking of missing, well then. Cool. This is fine. This is fine. I'm not mad or anything. It's not like if I lose this I demote or something. No, but it's fine. Crap. Throwing some ports. That way, I'm low with the chance of terminal collision here. I don't think I want tide pools yet. I don't think I want an investment yet. Ports are good remodel targets as well. Okay, yeah, here. Here it's good that I did that. I might want to consider just remodeling a port here. Never mind, we found an estate, so we're going to draw on. Ooh, okay, I might have to tell my opponent that I'm suffering from a bit of lag. Let's just trash out a copper. Turn you into, what, more ports? More ports sounds okay. Bottom cards aren't that good. Do we have a chance of hitting 5? Kind of? Not really? Because I would very much like a ferryman soon. The trouble is that it doesn't look like it's happening, and I want that before I go for tide pool stuff. Put more ports into the deck. Put another remodel into the deck. I guess so. Or sure. I might regret this. Oh, okay. I got the ferryman. Yeah, okay. Let's see if my opponent knows about the tide pool's guide stuff. Can't think of any other reason to pick up a ferryman here. Oh, I mean, you want the guide anyways, because of the legionary business. Picks up tide pools here. Otherwise, you might pick up ports or something. But some flagships doesn't sound so bad. Another investment. I find that dubious. Here, oh yeah, by the way, is there any plus buy? Yes, there is plus buy in the leaks pile. The side stat don't count on it. Okay. We got this going. Fortunately, okay, my opponent does not seem to be trying for the tide pool stuff. Is the tide pool stuff going to be the best thing you can do here? I guess, right? Command action, replay it. I guess flagship stays out. I should review the rules for flagship. The flagship replays the tide pools. I guess it stays out with the tide pools. It's a kind of a throne variant. I say kind of because, like other thrones, it's not a village because you gotta spend the terminal to play it. Nails mentions it sometimes. This sucks. Yeah, okay. Gee, this really sucks, actually. I think a silver might be better than nothing. Wow. This is actually an abysmal draw. Silver better than nothing? Sure. Oh my goodness! Don't I have 4 ports in the deck? Down there is like 2 ports, Ferryman Guide? Wow. What a nasty shuffle, eh? I think I'm just taking a foray here. Great. Cool, great. Nothing's working out for me. Spell scroll you can't even remodel. I mean, I can turn to a gold and remodel that, right? Well, what I mean is that the spell scroll, if you turn into something other than a gold, then you can't even remodel it into province later, right? Am I gonna turn into a gold? I could turn into a distant lands if I really wanted to. Free 4 points. I don't sound too bad. It's just, is that gonna matter at this stage in the game? Wow, this was a nasty shuffle. All these cards put straight at the bottom. Trash the silver. Trash a ferryman to gold. And you trash the silver into a ferryman. And you trash the copper. Okay. We definitely want to play the guide. I think we just keep on playing here. Okay, I think we play the port. That's nice. You want to discard copper? I think so. Okay, that kind of sucks. Let's just keep on drawing. Okay. Do I want to start putting the tide pools in now? Guess so. I don't like doing it at this stage because it might clue my opponent into it, and he's been getting better shuffles than me, such that you know, if he gets clued into this thing I'm going for, then I no longer have the advantage of knowing about this thing I'm going for. Okay, cool. So what am I doing here? The spell scroll. We could turn silver into another. We could foray for. Yeah, we could just buy a foray. How good is that compared to doing literally anything else, though? Let's see. Silver into ferryman, spell scroll into ferryman. What are the bottom 3 cards? I think there's an estate down there. No, there's not. I drew the other estate earlier. Go on. Spell scroll, ferryman. That was probably like the worst thing I could have done here. Then we discard that. Trash that. Then we can go for another foray. Is that better than doing anything else? Do anything else being putting 2 tide pools into my deck? I think I want 2 tide pools into my deck. Now, the problem with tide pools, besides the fact that it discards a bunch of cards at the start of your turn, is also that it's a duration, so you only get to play it twice as much. That's a nice one to get. That one has plus buy on it and everything. I'm not mad though. I'm not like angry. I'm not like seething about this or anything. Nope. I'm being normal. Yep. Normal. Normal is my middle name, actually. I could go for another loot here, which I think I will do. So this into tide pools. Then foray. Okay, I got the +5 at least. Is it actually better to just tank this tide pools hit rather than doing a guide here? Genuine question. My opponent doesn't look like he's having very big turns. I should really be paying attention to what my opponent's doing instead of complaining on and on about what's going on my side. Like the hit anime horror game. Doki Doki. No, my side. I mean, no, I play exclusively Dominion. I've never played whatever those games are in my life. Nope. And if I did, I wouldn't be ashamed of my hobbies or anything like that. No. Rising gains and gold, eh? Okay, so what am I gonna do here? Call tide pools. Let's start these two. Yeah, the thing is that I'm holding a tide pools here. Now let's call one guy. Yes, this looks pretty good to me. You want to do 2 tide pools? Definitely want to do that. I think I'd like to do that. Okay. We don't want to play this tide pools. Okay. So what am I doing now? I'm going to moneylender out of copper. That gives me 3 coin. Do I want to play the chalice or do I want to just remodel into province already? I might just want to do that. I have more confidence in my deck than in my opponent's. Which isn't something I say every day. Maybe I keep... No, I think I want to... moneylender out of copper. Model silver into what? Silver into grave robber? That's kind of funny. I could gain a ferryman from the trash and then gain a guide from the ferryman pile, making it so that whoever gains the final ferryman doesn't get a guide. Is that going to be good? Or do I need more, I might need more terminal space, actually. I'll just do this. Let's buy 4A again. Oh, that's a nice one. Okay, I'm feeling pretty confident now. Oh yes, another problem with this tide pools business is that, say I find, like, both my other tide pools in the starting hand, I'm kind of cooked, as they say. Thankfully, there's at least 1 tide pools down there. Adding more tide pools to my deck might be a good idea. Oh yes, also if I don't find my other guide, that leads to problems as well. For instance, if the guide is in the starting hand. Look at me talking all smart. I could be like J-Nails if I didn't lose the daily today. But that was just because the bot got the higher roll. What's with the other legionary? Okay. Tide pools, discard, just not matter what I discard because it's been discarded anyways. Guide. Okay, cool. That. Okay, got my other guide down. Let's do this. Do that. Then, okay, come on. Come on, client. Oh, I swear if I get kicked out of this game. Down there's Amphora, some other stuff. Amphora remodel, and something else. Maybe another ferryman or something. Okay, we could do something like remodel for we could remodel a port into a distant land, draw it up and play it. That's pretty good, I think. I do want to be able to foray again, though. Would be able to foray if we did that. We're going to trash a copper with Moneylender. I feel pretty ahead, so I think I'm going to do this. Moneylender out of copper. Yeah. Okay, so there's no way for me to foray and do something else here. On what's good? Another pair of ports, another remodel. I'd like another pair of ports. Okay, I feel pretty good about my lead right now. I am adding these extra stop cards. Sorry for sometimes slow play my client. Sometimes. Yeah, sometimes it's not laggy. Today it is though. Oh, I know why it sounds so silent. It's because my sounds are muted. That'll do it. Yeah, there's usually sometimes a beeps and jingles. You know, classic Dominion sounds. Okay. Oh, yes, it's okay. Yeah, so I'm feeling pretty good about this one. I just need to not screw up. I could honestly play multiple turns, just getting distant lands going and stuff. I'd like to hit a foray this turn. Yeah, I'm not sure if I played last turn as well as I should have. The idea with the ports is that if I have lots of ports, I can pick up what the ferryman discards. I have extra stuff to discard to foray, maybe. Well, no, it doesn't give me extra draw, so it doesn't actually increase hand size like that. Yeah. Now, whether or not I should have gone 2 more ports or tide pools last turn, it probably should have been tide pools, to be honest. Yeah, that way I can draw off the ports and... Oh, no! Yeah, I guess, right? Finding a tide pools off that would be troublesome, just because one less tide pools for me to find in there. Next turn the Moneylender dies, that's for sure. I have 1 copper left. Yeah, I think the Moneylender is a whole lot better than the investment. Benefit of the investment is the points aren't going to matter that much, generally. It's not like you're going to be foraying for that money loots. I mean, I've forayed a bunch of times so far just because the loots are pretty good. It would be nice if I could just be buying gold, gaining gold somehow. Yeah, frankly, I think my deck would be better if I had grave robbers instead. It's just that I mean, getting the remodels is easier. Okay, my opponent started scoring. Tide pools, discard. As soon as I need to not slack off. Hello, guide. Okay, I could totally dud here. I don't. Okay, cool. Okay, definitely have to play the guide. We're definitely going to play the Moneylender. I just want to get rid of the copper. There is a consideration of keeping copper in Moneylender for a foray. But the thing is, the way I've been paying for these forays is with my Moneylenders. Yeah. gonna do this. I could use more money, is the idea. Do that. There's a remodel, a gold, and I don't know, another port probably down there. Knowing me, there's another port, right? Yeah. knowing what my deck's been looking at, like, that's so another port. Remodel gold into province. Buy another foray. Sounds good to me. Okay, nice. Even though I'm just gonna remodel it. My opponent takes any provinces. Am I threatening? No, I only have 2 remodels right now. Finding no tide pools in the starting hand, as I've mentioned before, very good. Especially finding 2 provinces here. That's 2 stop cards. Okay, I don't think it's possible for me to win this turn, but if I take 2 provinces, that puts me up to 30. I think if I take 2 provinces, that's so much more than my opponent can do. No, it doesn't actually matter what I discard here. Okay, cool. Get the guide down. Get the tide pools. Get this tide pools. Okay. So our goal is to. No, because we'd have to mill a province, really. Let's do that. Discard. Oh, yeah, right, we're killing the money lender. That's what we're doing. Let's see. May turn into a gold. Could remodel a port into a distant lands and draw it up. Sure. Actually, what did we draw it up? Find out. Yeah, we do because we're lucky. Top deck is a province, that's fine. It's more than fine, actually. Let's do that. So you, foray. Okay. I maybe should have tried to pick up another remodel that turn. The distant lands was probably a silly move, all things considered. Just because, do I really need the extra points? I didn't feel like counting at the moment. Too easy to think about other things. Oh, yeah, right, it gets played again. It actually doesn't matter. Yeah, I should have tried to pick up another remodel last turn. That distant lands probably should have been a remodel. Because the whole thing that I need to do is get... okay, my opponent may have just gave me the win. Because what I was about to say was that triple provincing would get me the win. Now I need to double province for the win, which should be trivial. I've got 2 remodel fodders. I just need 2 remodels in hand. I didn't remodel the other remodel, right? Oh, it was in... Okay, so my remodel's somewhere in there. Ideally, I find it. I think I'm guaranteed to find it. Yes, okay. Now it's model orb into province, model insignia into province. Then for old time's sake, we'll foray. GG. I wanted 1 more loot. Oh! Crap. I hope my computer has a microphone. Because if it doesn't, I had no audio for the first half there. I think my computer has, I think this laptop has a microphone. That sucks if I didn't get any audio there. Yeah, the reason that everything was so quiet was because my headphone wasn't plugged in. I hate Page. I don't know, I just haven't had a good experience. page. Any of these relevant? I don't think so. So we're probably going to get a page. Pious Festival. Gotta love Festival. Woodworkers Guild. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Unaction card. Yeah, okay. They don't let you do crazy person stuff with that. Now we got loot again. Skirmisher attack. It's probably something we want to go for. We're definitely opening page. Are we definitely opening page though? This could be a figurine deck. We don't actually need the... all that the actions would be used for is playing more modifies, I guess. If we built for champion. Wow, there's a lot of cards here. Who reads this stuff? Me. Spent so much time during lectures last academic year reading the Dominion Wiki. I don't even need to read most of the cards anymore. I mean, it comes with experience too. You see the cards enough, you don't need to see they do anymore. Okay, what am I saying? Page, and then banish an estate. Sounds stupid and dumb. Getting a modify right away sounds nice. Though you could also just Pious the Festival to get Pious Festival. Trouble with Festival is that its hand size negative. That's my opinion of the matter. Bought a silver, eh? The warrior stack isn't that bad. The other reason to build for champion is the attack immunity, which would protect you from skirmisher and from the warrior attack. But the warrior attack only gets cards that cost 3 or 4, which aren't much here, actually. So, is it worth skipping champion here? The thing would be that, I don't know, you could... That's not going to help. Yeah, maybe page skip is worth it. That's a consideration. I think silver banish when a state guarantees 5. Do we want to find out? Sure. I won the first game. Famous last words of the guy who's going to lose the next 2 games. Okay, come on. Come on, client. Do your best. Gambate. Yeah, that's banishing state. Please play them all. Okay. Nice. Hit 5. Next hand has 4. We can pick up like an underling or something. Ooh. Wait, yeah, that's probably better than buying modify. My idea was buy modify, get rid of the estates that way. But yeah, that's definitely better. I think. Then we can pick up something like an underling that we can kill to Woodworkers Guild. Okay, hitting double 5 wasn't guaranteed for my opponent, but it was very good. That's for sure. Just banish the other estate. Yeah, oh my goodness, he had double 5s. With an estate in hand? Okay, that's insanely lucky. Maybe not insanely lucky, I'm not sure what the statistics are. But I'm just kind of peeved about it. Yeah. I'm a real gamer, which means that I don't have fun when I'm playing games, actually. No, it's a job to me. It's a job to me. Okay, now what do we do? I want skirmishers now. I think that's what I want. Now you're going for page? Okay. I could just pick up another Pious Festival. I think I want skirmishers. Let's see if I find it off the top. You might also notice that I have a points lead that I'll maintain. Because I have no states or anything, I'm guaranteed to... My opponent might hit the skirmisher before me. Never mind, he's going for pickaxe stuff? Okay. Multi-page. Oh. Are you really going to go for the warrior stuff? Okay. We could banish 2 coppers here. That sounds kind of nice, actually. But I think I'd rather pick up... I picked up Skirmisher last turn. Banishing 2 coppers versus doing what? It's like adding 2 labs into your deck if you think about it hard enough. Okay, now we're going to buy Skirmishers until the end of time. Opponent has loot. That's a pretty good one to get at this stage. That is quite a good one to get at this stage. Huh. Wow. It's almost like all this extra thinning that I did. It's almost like the advantage that I had doesn't matter. I think for my opponent's going to be slower on getting to the Skirmisher stuff. I think I'd like a pickaxe and some more silvers now. So we'll see how that goes. Is there anything else we can buy here? We can buy a page. Sounds good to me. Yeah, okay. This page can be Woodworkers Gilded into something like another Skirmisher. That way we don't have to spend our next turn's buy on a Skirmisher. Well, assuming next turn. Or we have to play the page. That happens too. That might happen too. Is it worth the 2 and 3 chance of finding the Skirmisher? I think so. I think I'd like to keep up the Skirmisher attacks. My opponent's ahead on this loot stuff, which is worrying me a little bit. Okay, don't want silver. Want an underling? Nope. You do know that the warrior attack doesn't. There's no cost reduction, right? Okay, I guess you just want a lot of silvers. Thank you, Skirmisher. Let me just buy another Skirmisher here. I can't do much else. I don't want a treasure hunter. Oh yeah, I guess you can do hero plus champion gets you draw. Okay, I guess that's what my opponent's building for. Well, that sounds pretty good actually. Now that I think about it, I think I'll get the treasure hunter anyway because getting a couple more silvers into the deck sounds okay. Okay, not a very productive turn for my opponent because I keep on skirmishing him. Okay, let's see how many cards he gains this turn. Wow, okay, you hit 8. By 4 pages, fill my deck with silvers. Actually, that would be really bad. And I guess he would know that I have my treasure hunter in my hand right now if he's been tracking my deck. Ain't that something? Yep. What impossible lost connection with game server? Okay, we'll wait a couple seconds. Womp womp. Start these two. How much do I actually care about getting all these silvers? Well, I do kind of care about advancing the thing, so I'll do that, I guess. Looks like I'm gaining 2 coppers. I mean, 2 silvers. Well, same thing, really, if you think about it. No skirmisher. This is the kind of game we're playing. Yeah, by the time the skirmishers are gone, what was I saying? By the time the skirmishers are gone, No, we won't have champions up until... Wow, that's quite good, actually. I think, right? And this is just gonna... My opponent has a lot more payload than me is a problem, because he picked up the pickaxe. And I didn't. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe that's a me problem. Maybe that's just me. I think I want to keep attacking, though. More pages? No, I think I'd rather just have an underling. Do I want another treasure hunter? Not particularly? I don't know. Maybe I should have. Skirmishers are going to deplete, but then there's not much else going on. Wish this could have been a figurine deck. I like figurine. It's on my like list, but we're not playing with like list, are we? I made the thing, I should know. Rats, you got a skirmisher up. It's guaranteed enough coin in hand, because we have like, no other... Because we don't got any green cards in hand or anything. Gain some silvers. Bet you're happy about that, huh? Don't you just love silvers? If I'm lucky... Okay. I think I just do that. I'd really like a pickaxe. More than anything else in the world. But I would also like the last skirmisher. Yeah, I feel like I'm probably behind. Let's see, I did have that one turn where I banished coppers instead of doing anything else. Let's see if I hit something. Do I Woodworkers Guild something? Oh, yeah, that would be... Woodworkers Guild into last pickaxe. And then buy pickaxe. Hero, definitely. And do I want a treasure hunter? Not really. Not really. Not in particular. Okay, no more skirmishers, so, I mean, now we have to start thinking. Let's see. Endgame could be modifying stuff into stuff, right? Yeah. I love modifying stuff into stuff. Yeah. This prize go was so good, I swear. Unless... Oh! Have there been any... Yes, I could have picked up a forum last turn. Oh my goodness. I forgot about the forum on game buy. Silly me. Wait, could have I picked up a forum last turn, or did I not have enough coin? I bought a pickaxe. I don't know how... It's possible I might have been able to. Then again, it's possible that I might not have been able to. So, really, who's a real fool here? Do I want a pickaxe, or do I want to modify? If I'm following my heart, I'm buying Figurine right now, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I have 10, so I could go 4 plus a 5. That sounds pretty good. 4 plus another pickaxe. Plus a modify also sounds kind of good. I think I would like the modify. Yeah, let's pick up the modify. Do you want to stay at hero? Is a question. Is there an answer to it? Who knows? Honestly, yeah, I think I might want to stay at hero. Then I can gain figurines. This is the plan. This was the plan the entire time. It's a lot of buys. What do you get? Oh yeah, you got Endless Chalice. I dislike loot. I've totally said that a trillion times before. Let's replay. Oh, yeah, grants. Grant? Oh, cancelled? Sorry. Oh, was it an accident? Or do you actually want to do that? Because I would let you. I'm gonna. Do I care enough to actually let him know in chat? I feel kind of mean, but he did cancel that deal. If it mattered to him that much, he would have explained by now, I think. No undo. Oh, no undo wanted. Okay. well, there we go. That's a concise, clear and concise way of thing. I guess we gain a pickaxe. Also gain a bank. I kind of want the figurine, but I think the pickaxe might be better. Woodworkers. This page into what? I'm kind of just making this up if I'm going to be honest. Another modify? I feel like my opponent can buy provinces better than me. That's a problem. If I were to start rushing down provinces. Let's see. Can he? Maybe I haven't been paying enough attention to his turns. Gain an action. Gain a modify. Then we can just buy province here. Start milling provinces. Also gain a festival here. And trash out a copper. Then buy province. That might be good. I don't want that. I don't know, that might have been a really bad move. But like I said, I'm just kind of making this up. I don't trust this scroll thing, because as you saw, it doesn't automatically scroll down. Well, what if afterward he said, psych, no, yes, undo wanted, right? And I'd be none the wiser until numerous turns later. Loot should just be spoils instead. Just replace all the loot with spoils. Make them one-shots. I haven't gotten a single loot this game, have I? And I feel like all of my opponent's loots so far, in my humble opinion, all my opponent's loots so far have been like the best ones. Maybe. For a given definition of best. Okay, maybe I'm a bit biased. Maybe I just like complaining. Maybe I'm insufferable to listen to. But on the bright side, well, I won the last game, so let's just hope I can do well here. Is what I'm saying. Okay. Yeah, my opponent seems to have the output to get. He has the other modify, right? Gains a modify. Yeah, okay. So both of us have a modify. Vanish estate. Wow, okay, you've had that estate for ages, man. Okay, we're gonna find the gold, and we're gonna modify it. This is the plan. Unfortunately, did not find the province with that. Okay, maybe. This sucks. Is milling a province really beneficial to me? Probably not. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that sucks. Let's banish this province. Is that any good to do? Probably not. I expect to shuffle before the game's over. Think of it like a $4 lab, right? If you really want to convince yourself. I convinced myself. Look at these nice bottom deck pickaxes that missed all my silvers. Get a bank. It'll always be worth at least 2. For those not in the know, my opponent can't actually hear me right now. So if he picks up a bank, it's of his own volition. Uh-huh. Let's see it make bank, as they say. So I'd say the main difference between my opponent and I this game, well, the thing that diverged our paths was my going for that banish on the coppers versus his getting the pickaxe. I think the pickaxe might have been better. Oh yeah, wait, my opponent did get that lucky double 5 on the second shuffle. That was a bit annoying. I feel like that shouldn't have happened. Oh, champion's gonna protect you from sword as well. Better than I thought. Let's find like anything that we can pickaxe. Cool. That's anything. Got orb. What's in my discard pile? What's good here? I'm hitting 8 anyway. Because what am I going to do with the other? Yeah, okay. Let's gain another gold. Buy a province. No, I don't think I will discard from exile. Nope. Is that worth it? Who knows, really. I could kill the hero now. Wouldn't that be tragic? They should have a card called that. Call it Melodramatic Hero. Oh, he's got both Endless Chalices? The game's over for me. Actually, that is pretty good. You can hit province pretty consistently. I have a slight points lead though, which is nice. I guess Jules does basically nothing most of the time, except for when it top decks itself. When he really didn't want it to top deck itself. That happens. By 4 estates. That scores almost as much as a province, but more importantly makes you okay. Well, he listened to the bank, but he didn't listen to this tip. So I guess my input's just not valued here. It hurts, you know. Knowing that the world doesn't always bend to my will. Do I want to keep going? Kind of. And do I want to draw on is the other question. Keep going was, of course, referring to like keep on living. Just so you guys know. Yes! This was exactly what I wanted. There's no difference in this kingdom between having a gold and having a doubloons, right? I can pickaxe the doubloons shamelessly. No, I'm gonna do the technically optimal thing. Looks like I got the jewels too. Do I want an estate? Is that gonna help? I don't think so, actually. All things considered. So, instead pick up an underling. Gives us some pile pressure. Really, I think the game's going to be decided by who collides modify with, or who collides modify with something they can modify. I think that was my only forum. Crap. Having more forums would be awesome. Yeah. So I think the pickaxe earlier rather than the banish to estates might have been better. Because the pickaxe would have cleared out the would have helped you thin eventually. And more importantly, gets you the main payload for this board. What I consider the main payload of this board. No, my silver! No, actually totally fine with me. Screw the silver, man. I only picked up the silver. How many silvers does the thing start with? 40, I guess? Wow, these are some friendly warriors. Crap, okay, so I lose. Oh, wait. Do I? No, I think double province is unsafe for him. Oh, but there's the bank. 1, 2, 3, 4. The bank worth 5, 6. Oh my goodness. Yeah, bank with 2 endless chalices is quite good. Yeah, second one is totally unsafe, thanks to my 2 exiled estates. Is it conceivably possible I win here? Jules is going to bottom deck itself. Okay, he's playing it safe. That's understandable. It would have been nice if I just got a free win off my opponent getting penultimate province, but I guess not everyone just wants to hand me the win. I guess I have to play the game. Sigh. Well, as prior predicted, I guess the game's going to be decided by who ends up. Well, the game's going to be decided by who gets a double province turn once we're at 2 provinces like this. Can I count on him dotting? With 2 endless chalices in play, a good amount of loot in his deck, and the possibility of the modify. Okay, wait, I might just have the win here if I draw enough peddlers. Let's see. This orb could also help. The draw favors me here. I think I have the win in hand. Yeah. GG. It looks like I don't demote. I'm quite happy about that. I would act happier, but I need to use the washroom. And that is hampering my happiness. Can you do the reporting? Yeah. Have a good one. Well, that's that. As prior stated, I am quite happy about not demoting this season. I am unhappy that the first match, which I reckon I played relatively well, given that I saw the cool synergy that I'd seen. So, given that I knew the synergy that you should probably play on that board, was recorded via my laptop's built-in microphone rather than. Actually, maybe it'll sound better because these headphones I'm talking into right now are super staticky. But we'll find out. As long as it's audible, I'm gonna be happy. Yeah. I used to have an auxiliary recording going via a voice memos app on my iPhone on the side, but I stopped doing that, and now I'm paying the price. But thank you for watching, and happy Thanksgiving Dominion.